we head over to our next newspaper for the day. We'll be looking at the Leadership newspaper. The Leadership is leading presidential appeals, suspense as Supreme Court delivers judgment today. And that's on page 4 of the Leadership newspaper. Ippis FG to delist unverified workers from payroll tomorrow. And that's on page 7. Well, this creates some kind of fear for the unverified workers.
And if you can remember what happened after the recent government entered, different states started investigating because they found out that they have more ghost workers, more than the real workers, you understand? So they started at least thereby increasing the revenue they're getting or saving some money. Right?
All right, we'll come back to this. Still on the newspaper. Record ambassadors tenure not extended. That's according to minister. And you can read that up on page 17 of the newspaper. Northern governors orders mourn former SGF. And that's on page 7 of the newspaper. Beware of ambitious politicians. Wike tells religious leaders. And that's on page 14 of the newspaper. Why do you smile there?
It's just like to call him Bod Black.
We don't expect that advice to be coming from him.
I'm telling you, that's what I'm saying. It's just like a cat to call him Bod
But
Black.
personally, I don't see anything wrong about you being ambitious. Well, it depends on the level, Sha. Everything should be in a scale.
It's not just it. What I'm even laughing is that the person who said it is politically ambitious, right? And now you're advising other people. I really don't understand how this tallies. So.
Still on the newspaper, DSS releases former EFCC chairman, and that's also on page 7 of the newspaper. Gaza war, Israel prepares for ground invasion. I'll take that again. Gaza war, Israel prepares for ground invasion, and that's also on page 7 of the Leadership. President present 26.1 trillion naira 2024 budget in November, and that's on page 6, also on page 6 of the newspaper. And that's all be taken on the Leadership newspaper. Of course, I'll like your thought on the story on page 7. Ippis FG to delist unverified workers from payroll. I can recall when the Abia State governor came in to seat Alex Oti, he requested for workers to come from thumb printing to know those that are really in the system.
Exactly. Yeah, I think he was even the first person that started it. But
the Ippis,
the thing started according to the papers. They said the thing actually started in 2017.
Okay.
But they've not really been taking it serious. And I'm asking, why wouldn't they be taking it serious since this was something they introduced to at least remove some unverified workers, and they've not been taking it serious. And you know, Nigerians now, once something is not in their favor, they will make sure they ridicule that thing. They reduce that thing to nothing. And I'm really happy the way they are doing it now, because as of this year, after the election and all that, especially the governorship elections, different states, like you mentioned, Alex Oti was the first person to start removing. And in some certain states, you see how over 2,500 workers are ghost workers. And I'll be like, I really don't understand how people will be putting ghost workers. You're not just reducing on the unemployment rate, you're also increasing more debits on the part of the government, right? Those money they're supposed to use it for something good in a particular state, they'll be using it to pay some persons that have not even resumed work, that have not even come to work. They are just putting their names there. And it's also, in terms of reducing the level of employment, a lot of persons, yearly they graduate thousands of Nigerians youths, only for you to be roaming about. Whereas there are people that are occupying that place and they are not actually present, but they are collecting money. And now they'll be telling you there's no work. The government cannot employ you because everywhere there's no vacancy. whereas they have a lot of persons that they are paying. But now with this thing, this integrated payroll and personal information system, I feel it will also help to enhance employment rate, because now they'll start removing people that are not even qualified to be called federal government workers. They also, those vacant space will be filled with actual physical workers, right? And thereby increasing employment rates, which we've been clamoring for. And also, if the federal government should embark on this now, they also reduce the money they are spending monthly on salary, paying people that are not even working. So I feel it's really a very good one there on the part of the federal government. It's a very good achievement, and I must applaud them for that. Understand? And also, to some extent, we always blame the government and all that, but to some extent, we are the people that are doing ourselves. You understand? The money that they are spending on, everybody just want to collect. Everybody just want to collect. You see a man of 78, 80, the person is still occupying a particular seat. What happened to retirement? You understand? That's the time you're supposed to go home, enjoy with your grandchildren. You understand? And await your transition. You understand? Live the last days of your life in fulfillment, and still not struggling to the things of the world, still holding on to it. Life is just once. You need to live it to your best fulfillment. And so I don't really understand why they will just be occupying the seat, whereas there are people that are still young that need those positions. You understand? And they should also, I feel they should also, in terms of, because this thing still boils down to unemployment rates, right? And in order to increase employment, I feel number one thing they should do after doing the retreat, removing the unverified federal workers, I feel another thing they should do is to, if you know you are above a certain age, that you're meant to go and rest. That's the essence of pension, right? You should go and rest and allow others to take over. At least thereby increasing employment rates. You understand? So Nigerians, we should at least for once be organized, especially in this federal government work.
Well, we actually have roles to play in making the Nigerian government better.
Not always the government.
Not always the government should not always take the burden of the blame. We also have roles. We see people, you are past the working age, the minimum age requirement for working. You go and reduce your age. We see that in civil service every day.
Which is wrong. I'm asking, are they not considering their health? Because there are work that a 70-year-old person cannot do. But
I do.
A man of 40 years can do.
I understand their fears, you know.
But the pension, what's the essence of the pension?
Yes, but that pension, how are you sure you will get it? That pension, there's no security in pension. We know how Nigerian government, the federal government, federal government are actually trying, but let's go down to the state level. Some state governors, they don't pay their retired workers' pension. So I can understand the fear. I should keep working. In
other words, you're saying that the government, to some extent, have some rules they have to play in this increment in workers' age, all this.
Yes, but I don't actually. I'm not on a school of thought for age, minimum age for working.
Why?
I don't feel there should be any age.
So even someone of 85 years should continue.
As far as you can work, you should continue.
For real?
Yes.
That's wrong.
There are lots you can contribute at that age. Are we trying to say our old men should go one side for the young people?
No, they should go and
we
relax.
Need all those elements. We need them. We need old age. We need young age.
Advice.
We need middle age.
No.
We need their waves of experience and all that.
That's the reason why, as you are working, you should have people that should be under you, where you can be putting all your knowledge in them, so that once you leave, those people can take over. You don't expect a man of 85 years. What if he collapses one day? What will happen? It's wrong. You don't expect a man of 85 years. At 85, all your vitals are depreciating. All he needs is rest, maximum rest as he can get it, enjoyment with family. That's why my own, like you raised something which is very important. The government should ensure that they pay their pension and they should pay it early. And they should also increase it because that's one of the things the NLC are clamoring for. You understand? So for you to advise a man of 85 years to be working at me, I'm against it.
You're against
I'm
it.
not of that school of thought, actually.
All right, we go on a short commercial break. When we come back, we'll be taking our last newspaper for the day. So stay tuned.
Children's Studio, we certainly can deliver the best studio experience. Our carefully designed studio space can bring your diverse creative content ideas to life. We aim to consistently serve value to our customers far and wide. Come, let Tharv Media give life to your dreams. Tharv Media, a slice of infotainment.